Welcome to my Black Mesa Crossbow guide. So the crossbow is one of the power weapons originally seen in Half-Life 1 and also Black Mesa. You can use it underwater. I did shoot this Ecathosaur. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I shot it once, but on the hardest setting it does take 2 shots to kill them. So one of the easiest things you can do is just kind of like move around. And you're okay. Like, as long as you just keep moving to the side, you can just dodge these quite easily and then just crossbow them, as you saw there. Can be used underwater. It one-shots most enemies in the game, except for some Zen creatures, like the Ecathosaur. I think that's how you say that. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But this is a very powerful weapon. It can only hold 15 ammo total, 5 loaded, and 10 reserve. It has a zoom function. There's 2 ways to zoom. You can use the default, I believe, classic zoom. And if you go to options and go to game and go to classic iron sights and turn it to no, it actually will zoom in. I prefer just the basic zoom, so I'm gonna go back to classic. So it just has like a straight up zoom. It is a projectile, so you can see there's like a delay. So I'm gonna shoot. You can kind of see like the delay. It is quiet, so enemies that do not witness their dudes getting killed shouldn't hear it. So you can be kind of stealthy with it. These are just some properties of the weapon. Generally, it's just you should use it for sniping and stealth, or obviously underwater, because it's like a very powerful weapon used underwater. Not every weapon can be used underwater, so I'll actually go over which ones can. Crowbar, Glock can, Magnum cannot. The MP5 cannot, MP5 alt-fire cannot, shotgun cannot be used underwater, crossbow can, grenades can be, interestingly. C4 should be able to be used underwater. So you can kill the fish with the C4 if you prefer. Just be careful with it. And obviously you could use laser mines underwater, but be aware of the fact that it has the arming time, so if you're trying to kill a charging fish with it, it could be quite ineffective. So yeah, those are some weapons you can use underwater, but overall, the crossbow is one of the strongest weapons in the game. It one-shots bull squids, pretty much one-shots anything. It's extremely powerful. It's also quiet, so those are just some properties. It has the zoom. It does have a projectile. Also note, here, I'm going to shoot. Let me pull it out. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to shoot at this line here. There is no projectile arc, even though there would be in real life, because, as you know, bolts are affected by physics. In this game, the projectile just flies straight, so wherever you're pointing is where it will hit. There's just a delay before it hits the target due to the travel time. So that's pretty much all you need to know about the crossbow. Headshots aren't really too relevant with it, as it just generally one-shots everything in the game, so you don't need to go for headshots unless you're feeling adventurous. Also note the Magnum doesn't one-shot most things in the body and does require the headshots and also has the zoom, so they're both really similar to each other, the crossbow and the Magnum. One... Oh, I just wasted a Magnum shot on that. One is like more spammable. Like the Magnum is more spammable. It has more reserve ammo. It has a little bit of a better fire rate. It's kind of more medium range and medium power, whereas the crossbow is like long range, heavy power. Now you can use the Magnum for very long range, obviously, but the zoom, like you can kind of compare the zoom. So here's the zoom of the Magnum. Zoom of the crossbow is much... So the crossbow is supposed to be the sniping weapon. The big downside is that it's not hit scan like the Magnum, but it does deal more damage, so you don't need to be as precise to get the headshots. Most enemies kind of hang out and stop and don't really run around at a distance, especially if they don't see you. So it's quite easy to get, like, you know, body shots with this, or headshots if you're feeling adventurous. Whoa. Alright, I did not expect the hound die there. But yeah, that's my crossbow guide. Thanks for checking it out. If there's anything that I missed, comment below. And yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks for checking this out, and I'll see you in the next one.